Hello YouTube, it's Si here at Si Moto Photo. Welcome back to the channel, and look at this guy, man. How amazing does this bike look? This has got to be one of the most gorgeous adventure bikes on the market. It's just stunning. Look at this khaki green colour, man. Phenomenal. I can't believe I've got my hands on this today. This is a Tiger 900 Rally Pro, and I'm going to get this out for a wee ride, and I'm going to tell you what the differences are between this one and the old one, and I'm going to let you know what my thoughts are, and I'll let you know if I think this could be your only bike for the garage. Right, so welcome on board the Tiger 900 Rally Pro, the latest 2024 rendition of this fantastic model. And I suppose the question for me today is this the king of bikes, right? Is this the only bike you'll ever need in your locker? It's got pretty much all the attributes that would make your one and only one and done bike. It's got plenty of off-road capability, it's got plenty of on-road capability, it's got a wet weight of 228 kilograms, it's got a 20 litre fuel tank, and it's just an easy bike to live with. Now, if you already have a Tiger 900 Rally Pro, would you upgrade to this one? Well, if you're on a PCP deal and it ends, obviously, yeah, this would be the natural sort of upgrade. But if you've already got one at the minute and you own it and you're not planning on changing it, I don't know, man. Take a test ride and see what you think. Because as per normal, right, I've been riding this bike for a few hours already today, just to try and form a bit of an opinion before I turn the camera on and give you my thoughts on the bike. But I'm going to give you my thoughts so far, right? As anybody that watches the channel, you'll know that I've done a review on the GT Pro recently, and this gets all the same sort of, you know, really cool upgrades as the GT Pro. But what strikes you right away is how smooth the bike is. It's super smooth to ride. They've changed the seat. One of my complaints on the old Tiger 900 was I felt the seat was a little bit firm. You know, I didn't think it was a bad thing. I thought on a long journey, you know, that might come into its own, because sometimes a big soft plushy seat is a bit monotonous when you're on a long journey. You can get a bit of a numb bum. But in saying that, whatever they've done to this seat, they've made the seat really comfortable for sitting on for an extended period. So I'm probably hitting 3 years on this bike now, and I still don't feel like getting off it. I'm as comfy as I was when I first got on the bike, so that's a real big plus point as far as I'm concerned. This being the Rally Pro model, it's got 6 different riding modes. So you've got road, rain, sport, rider, and you've got a couple of off-road modes. You've got your off-road and your off-road pro mode, and you know, it gives you all the sort of you know, all the features to be able to dial that bike into whatever settings it is that you want, and what you prefer, and what your road conditions determine your setting should be. But it's a fantastic bike to ride, man. It's this T-Plane triple engine is just delivering so much grunt, way more than it should be delivering for the engine capacity it's got. And you know, it's got that offset firing order, which makes it feel like a twin down low, but it gives it the legs of the triple, you know, far up in the rev range. And I tell you, it's just a joy to ride. It really is gorgeous to ride. And one of the things that people ask us in the shop all the time is, you know, what compromise are you making by going for the 21-inch front wheel over the 19-inch front wheel, you know, the GT Pro to the Rally Pro. And in my experience riding this bike, yeah, it's not as quick turning as a GT Pro. It's never going to be with 21-inch front wheel, but it's more than adequate for the road. It's perfectly fine for the road, but it gives you that added, you know, bonus of being able to go and tackle some more sort of tougher off-road stuff than you would do in a GT Pro. It just opens up a whole different sort of avenue of motorcycling for you, if that's what your, you know, if that's what your thing is. But I tell you, it's a really, really great bike to ride. So we've got some amazing spec in this bike, right? And I'll start from the front and the way back. You've got your LED headlights at the front. You've got this sort of newly formed beak, and the way it sort of blends into the tank, the ergos of that, and the style of that, the aesthetic of it look a lot better than the old one, in my opinion. I know that that's
totally subjective, but I think it looks a lot cleaner, those lines on the side. You're running with a set of Brembo Stylema brakes, and the brakes on it, I'm not kidding you, they are phenomenal brakes, really, really good brakes, great feel through the lever as well, and it's running a set of Bridgestone Battleax A41 Adventure tyres with your spoked wheels. These are tubeless spoked wheels, and that's a 21-inch front wheel. Superb. You've also got a set of spotlights, auxiliary lights up the front here as well, just to give you a bit better visibility at night time. Now, the bike's running with a 20 litre tank, and this bike's finished in the black and khaki green, so it's a gorgeous satin matte finish. It looks really pearlescent, it's gorgeous looking actually, and you've got a crystal white metallic, the other colour at the front and the sides here. This bike comes standard with a set of engine bars to protect it in the event of a spill, and this is your engine that's got 106.5 horsepower, a 15% hike up on the old one. And not only is it 106.5 horsepower, but you've got 90 newton meters of torque, and the way that T-plane triple engine delivers power, you can really feel that torque, especially in the low to mid range. It's so nice to ride. You've got an adjustable rear suspension, you can dial in your preload, so if you're carrying a passenger and some luggage, you can sort of tighten that up and give you a little bit more support at the back, or loosen it off, whatever you think. And it's also got a centre stand as standard on the bike, to give you sort of a wee bit of help when you're oiling the chain and stuff like that. At the back of the bike, you've also got the 17-inch spoked tubeless Battleax tyre on it as well. And one thing that I've really enjoyed actually with this bike, the exhaust on it, right? It's an OEM exhaust, but it used to carry 2 cats. There's now only one, and you can hear that in the exhaust. It sounds cracking. I'd love to put an Akrapovic or a Scorpion silencer on this, just to open that a wee bit more and just let it breathe and just hear what that sounds like, because it sounds a lot different from the other one, the old one. You've got a bi-directional quick shifter, so quick shift up and down, and it's really smooth. No dramas with it at all, and me being used to riding the old Boxer twin BMW, this just feels so different compared to it. It feels so smooth. Now, being the Rally Pro model, you can only now get it in the Rally Pro. You used to be able to get a Rally variant or a Rally Pro. This Rally Pro is the only Rally variant you can get now, but it comes with a fantastic spec. You've got heated bars, you've got heated front and rear seats, you've got illuminated switchgear as well, which is, anybody that watches the channel knows how much I love that. You've got cruise control, and you've got 6 rider modes. And those rider modes, you can get into each one of them and dial them in with your throttle control and stuff like that, and your ABS settings, traction control settings. And the dashboard is so clean and tidy looking with this new TFT dash that's come straight off the Tiger 1200. But it's such a nice place to sit. It's a really comfortable seat with this revised seat. Really good ergos with the leg position and the foot position with the pegs, and the way your arms are with the bars. It's really neutral, really comfortable, and you could sit in it and ride it for days. Right, so they do 3 colours in the bike, right? And I'll put the colours up so you can see them. But they do a carbon black and sapphire black, and it's 14,495 for that bike, right? Or they do an intense orange and ash grey, that one's 14,695. Or this one here, which seems to be the favourite of all the colours, which is the khaki green, Matt's sort of pearlescent khaki green. This one's 14,795. But it's very subjective. Whatever colour you like suits. I think they all look fantastic at the end of the day, to be honest.
They've dampened the handlebars to make the bars less vibey, and you can definitely feel that. It's super smooth. They've also sort of tweaked the engine characteristics on it. I think they've put new balancer shafts in, and they've remapped it to give it some really nice, smooth, punchy drive when you're coming in and out of corners and when you're at low revs. What a gorgeous bike to ride. They've changed the TFT screen on the bike. They've now put the TFT screen that the GT Pro has got on it, and it's nice and clutter-free. It's just, you know, really clean looking, and you can tailor that up as well. You can have some more information on it if you want. You can have your sort of trip and your fuel status and stuff like that on the other side of the screen if you want. But I prefer that look. I think the sort of non-cluttered, sort of clean look just looks fantastic. And you can change the colour profile of it. You can have it as red or you can have it as blue. But it's just gorgeous. And they've got these two, the radiators are moved to the side of the bike, just at the sides here, and you can actually, it's really warm today, right, but you can actually feel some warm air coming into your thighs on the bike. And you know, it's not really warm. It's in the mid-20s today in Scotland, believe it or not, but it's not overly warm. But I'd imagine on a cold day that would be really welcome. But what a gorgeous bike to ride, man. They've upped the power on it. Now, I'm not saying that the last bike was underpowered, but maybe if you had luggage on it and a passenger on it, it might just start to feel a little bit laboured. But with this extra 15% increase in power, you're up at 106, 107 horsepower. That's just the sweet spot for the road. And I tell you what, man, I think this probably could be the one and done bike, the bike to do it all, the bike to put in your garage that you can use for any eventuality. It's a fantastic bike. Get yourself a short one.
Well, if you've got this far, thanks for hanging on with us to the end of the video. I hope it came across on video how much I love this bike. It really is fantastic to ride, and if you've never ridden one, throw your leg over one, get a shot of one. I'm sure you're going to love it. It's just such a nice bike to ride, and it would be such a nice bike to live with actually, just with the lightweight of it, the versatility of it. I just think it's a cracking package and well worth considering, and at the price point that it's at and for the spec that you get, there's no many bikes out there I think give you as good value for money. I really think it's a cracker. Anyway, listen, I've got some cracking news coming up for the channel in the next couple of weeks, and I'll keep you all posted as soon as I can. But we've got some exciting news, some exciting changes coming to the channel, and some exciting changes coming to my personal circumstances. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. There'll be some different content coming shortly. There'll always be some cracking Triumph content, but there'll be some other stuff getting added as well that I think you're all going to find quite exciting. But listen, thanks again for tuning in to Cymoto Photo. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a cracking week, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, man.